low, that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, one sack winning. If you doubted us then, ain't no back spinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now, 9-16 now, 9-6, 9-16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sac proud, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look toward the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. And we hop out. Yeah, we pull up. And we hop out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Talking about some things you was not about. Tell them we don't play like the lockout. Got me feeling like Yeezy on the dropout. Can't deal with no phonies. Flow like baloney. Ain't no game round here, homeboy. This ain't Sony. They said they gon' show me. It's in me, not on me. Ha, you don't know me. Tell the game what's up now. They hating from the bus now. Been doing this T-Pain. Drop the up, down. Oh, I'm on the hunt now. Tell me what you want now. Yeah, I do my dance when you see me in the touchdown. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out.
Yeah, when we pulling up, my nigga, let me know. And if the haters hate, we finna let him go. Pull up, pop out, two-step, hit the torpedo. When we do our thing, homie, don't let your shorty go. Everywhere we go, we do the stupid dance. I've been doing this since Soulja Boy taught y'all the Superman. Always showing love, we play the stupid jams. Hit you with them shots and got the kind of aim that Cupid has. We ain't never scared, we don't play about it. Keep the party going, give a damn what they say about it. Gotta keep it simple, this for everybody. Ladies and the homies, it's a function, we don't care about it. Flopping in the whip, got the speakers going crazy. Black party lit, family geeking, getting waved. Grannies and the uncles to the nieces to the babes. We gon' get it cracking like a weekend.
Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we about to reinvest on this one. You gotta get to the money, right? Messing with me and you'll never get an inch, player. Been on the court and you are just a bench player. Gotta be tripping if you claiming you ain't heard of me. Feeling like the best, but I guess that's just the nerve of me. Hurry, please. Gotta get this bag, gotta push the gas when the engine's bad. Stay on the grind on me, it's your time. They just said cause they make
What's up,
this
Kings
rap, they
fans?
know
Don't
though.
forget
I
to
got the dope
smash
flow, got the
up
rap
that
game, and the
like
choke
button.
hold.
We're about to
Can't
start
let
the
go.
show
I got a
here
vento.
shortly, and shout
Blending
out
on in like a gecko,
to
staying
Jay,
on track so you know
part
that
of my
I swerve
royal
the honey.
family.
Where I'm from, you gotta earn the money. Invest in yourself, don't burn the money. Take a class and learn the money. I got a goal list, I need 4 cribs. Put my mom and my pops where they both hit. Put my brother in the hills where they don't live. Me and my wife by the ocean. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. Let's go! 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. Yeah. They do not know what Sactown brings. When on the low, that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, 1 sack winning. If you doubted us then, ain't no back spinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sack crowd, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So clear, only deal with real kings over here. So clear, only deal with real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9-16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Back on my bull, back on my cool. I'm turning it up, they feeling the heat, so they searching for pools. Tripping on me cause I'm doing my thing and they hoping that I'll be the fool. Taking the game and I'm screwing it up while these boys still searching and looking for tools. Playing it cool, faking it's who. Yeah, they look mad cause I'm breaking the rules. Breaking it loose while I'm breaking some news. Give me your pride and I'm breaking that too. They ain't ahead of us, they don't compare to us. They feeling the kick cause they hearing the change like I opened the register. Flexing on tracks cause this thing is not optional. Leg day is coming, I'm jumping the obstacles. Laughing at haters, we thinking it's comical. Yelling outside like we yelling out dominoes. Always be claiming they monsters. Boy, go get you a sponsor. All of that chatting, all of that acting, gon' mess around, get you an Oscar. They calling me Terrence, I hustle and flow. They all on my line cause I'm still in the vote. Your girl all on me cause she feeling the stroke. Make them say whoa when I'm getting my woe. Talking like I do not got it. You talking like your boy is not it. When you talk, all I hear is yappa, yappa, yada, 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 yada. Most of your favorites ain't dealing with me. Pouring it up like the end of the week. You don't let us in, we still in the keys. We coming from nothing and ending the street. Aiming at throats and taking out knees. They feeling the pressure and know they can't breathe. Winning the races and taking the places and walking their stages like it's a degree. Feel it in your veins, it's a dope flow. Got the whole game in a chokehold. They taking too long, you can't see me now. Put them in boxes like photos. Packing the bags and hitting new land. I do what I want, they do what they can. All in their way, I'm messing up plans. I'm speaking the truth, I keep it a Grant. Waiting for Zell, never will fail. Waist looking slim, she eating her kale. I'm peeping the game and playing it well.
Welcome to Royal Rebounds TV with Calvin and Barry. Just two crazy fans of the Sacramento Kings and they sharing their opinion. So be sure that you subscribe. It's for the fans, by the fans. Whether you chilling on the couch or wildin' in the stands. For laid back conversations about the Kings, subscribe here. Staying down until we come up thinking this gon' be our year. We're here, drinking beer, talking about the Kings. Be sure you subscribe so you can hear that bell ring, yeah.
What's up, Kings fans? Welcome back to Royal Rebounds, the Sacramento Kings YouTube channel for fans by fans. The Kings beat the team with the worst name in the NBA today, the New Orleans Pelicans, 123-108. No De'Aaron Fox tonight, no problem for the Sacramento Kings. Kings win, light the effing beam. Calvin, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How was your day today?
It was good. I actually did nothing today. Felt
Okay.
great. I haven't had
Very
one of
nice.
those days in a while, so
Those are great days.
it really was nice.
I went golfing today, and I almost drowned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was raining pretty hard.
Yeah, that sucks. It was probably not too bad when you guys started, right?
No, it was actually really nice when we
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
And then
it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, and we were like, okay, we're just going to wait under this tree for like 10 minutes. Then it cleared up. Then we got further away from the clubhouse, and then it started pouring again.
Yeah, it was coming down hard.
I felt like I was in Caddyshack because I was having one of the best golf outings of my career. Yeah, much better than Friday. And then I was putting on the green, and my ball was not going anywhere. So came home, got in the hot tub,
What are you going to do?
watched some Sacramento Kings, and here we are. But hey, happy Monday to everybody out there. Just want to remind you all, it is Merch Monday. So use the code listed above here, Merch Monday, on RoyalRebounds.com for 15% off all of your merchandise. That's right, 15% off at RoyalRebounds.com. Use the code Merch Monday. All right, welcome into the show. Welcome in all my Kings fans. Shout out to my Royal family members out there. I see Jay is out there, and check out this Royal family. TJ, I know you love it. Bouncer is here. Double O is here. Lane is here. Who else is here? Jim, Lee, Makami, Empire is here. Welcome in, everybody. Tito, David, Jeremiah. Good to see you all. Hopefully you are happy about the Kings win. And guess what, Calvin? The Grizzlies lost yesterday to
Yes,
the
they did.
LA Clippers. The Kings are now tied with 38 wins with the Memphis Grizzlies. They did split the season series 2-2, so that's pretty interesting. I believe the Kings have a better divisional record, which would put them at the number 2 spot if they lose tomorrow. The Grizzlies are playing the LA Lakers. Are you rooting for the Lakers tomorrow?
I think you kind of have to at this point, right?
Oh, man.
I mean, we were rooting for the Lakers yesterday when they played the Warriors.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was rooting for the Lakers. I'm rooting for a tie.
As
I root for
long
a
as
tie.
as long as the Lakers are still outside of the play-in tournament, I think it's fair to root for them.
Yeah,
They
and-
are gaining some ground, though.
Yeah, shout out to Dee's here in the chat. Callum, also a member of the Royal family. Love you guys so much. But Cal, I see Alex is here as well. Give me your first thoughts on the game tonight.
Great team win. I was really happy with the way the Kings came out and started this game. I know a lot of people were talking about defense at halftime, saying that the Kings weren't playing much of it. I felt like compared to the Minnesota game, it was completely night and day different. It
100%.
was much, much better effort. There were a ton of deflections throughout the whole game, but really in that first quarter to get started. And the Kings really shared the ball well today. I mean, Sabonis with a triple-double, but the team with 39 assists and 10 turnovers, that is how you play on offense. It was beautiful to watch.
I mean, we've been talking over the past couple weeks. The Kings' assist numbers have slowly declined, right? And they've been in that mid-20s or so. We want to see them get more assists, less turnovers. They did it tonight, along with some great team defense, some great zone defense. Kevin Huerter, dude, I told you he was back, Calvin.
You did.
I told you he was back. And
did.
guess what?
He is back in a big way.
Velvet is there. I like the Red Ranger better. I think I'm just going to start calling him the Red Ranger because definitely
Go
good.
Power
yeah,
Rangers.
F the Lakers.
We got to get that theme song.
As Tito says in the chat, hey, if you don't like the Lakers, smash up that like button. Shout out to Fred Dixon. Good to see you, Fred. So a couple injuries to mention in tonight's game. De'Aaron Fox was out. This was precautionary, dealing with a little tightness in the hamstring. Obviously don't want it to become a bigger issue because he could be sidelined for many games. Like Zion Williamson currently is with a hamstring injury. He's been out since January. No Zion tonight. No Jose GTA. No Josh Richardson. No Larry Nance. And a couple other scrubs also missing in tonight's action for the Pelicans. Great Kings win tonight. Great team win. And I just got to say it again. Great defense by the Kings tonight.
It was. They played a really fantastic game, and really took over in the second half. That third quarter was awesome.
Yeah.
Really great quarter.
Shout out
And
to
Kevin
Brian.
Huerter, I'm going to say that's his best overall game this season.
Okay. Looks like Alfie Man was in the house tonight.
Nice.
That's good. He's much better. He's a much better Lucky Charm than Lane.
Apparently so.
When Lane goes, the Kings lose. So Lane's not allowed to go to games anymore. Unless, I don't know, maybe Lane needs to eat some pizza before he goes to the game. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. But, hey, let's dive here into the box score tonight. Wow. A lot of big numbers here. I mentioned no De'Aaron Fox, so Davion Mitchell does get the start tonight. 32 minutes of action for him. 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range. 15 points, a rebound, and 6 assists for him tonight. Not a lot of fouls tonight. I mean, 5 personal fouls for Sabonis, but not a lot of fouls tonight. Not a lot of free throw attempts, only 10 combined between both teams at halftime. That was absolutely crazy. Domas Sabonis, 34 minutes of action, 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, his 8th triple-double of the season for the Sacramento Kings, which is actually a Sacramento record, and his, I believe, 52nd double-double of the year, which leads the NBA.
And is one away from tying
One
a franchise record.
shy from tying DeMarcus Cousins for the franchise record. Harrison Barnes, 31 minutes of action, 5-11 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists for him tonight. Keegan Murray, bounce-back game for Keegan, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 37 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, but 2 of 8 from three-point range. And then, dude, I got to mention Kevin Huerter again, the Red Ranger, 37 minutes of action, 9 of 16 from the field, 6 of 10. I repeat that, 6 of 10, 60% from three-point range tonight, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. The dude was absolutely killing it. And Calvin, he was playing some defense tonight. I saw Kevin Huerter get some turnovers. I almost called him Tevin because he was getting turnovers tonight, Calvin. Kevin Huerter making buckets and getting turnovers. I absolutely love it. Trey Lyles, 18 minutes of action, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Great performance by Trey Lyles. He just continues to impress me every single game. 9 points for Chemezi Metu. No Edwards tonight. Surprise there. And 11 points for Malik Monk in 12 minutes off the bench. 3 points for Terrence Davis. Everybody else played very limited minutes. Offers, other than Dellavedova, 16 minutes, 0-4 from the field. Anything there that really pops out at you, Calvin?
I think it's got to be the starting backcourt. I mean, Kevin Huerter's stat line alone, like I said, I would say that's his best overall game this season. Probably one of the best games of his career. I didn't watch a ton of him in Atlanta, but I didn't see many games where he had 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. In his career. And then Davion Mitchell was great, stepping in for De'Aaron Fox. 6 assists for him, 15 points. The two of them were a combined 9 of 14 from 3.
Yeah, shout out to Dellavedova, says Lane in the chat. As far as the team stats go tonight, Kings shot 56.6% from the field and 42.1% from the three-point line. Free throws tonight, 65% from the free throw line for the Kings, 13 of 20. They did get out rebounded by the Pelicans, 33-40. But 39 assists tonight for the Sacramento Kings as opposed to 11 turnovers. That is a great ratio, Calvin. Almost 3-1 there. 7 steals tonight for the Kings, 3 blocks, and a fat lead of 24 points was the biggest lead for the Sacramento Kings. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, and they got that lead up when Sabonis went out with his 4th foul in the third quarter. That was when they took over. They played the zone. Metu and Lyles were really, really good tonight, all over the place. And they pushed the lead to 24 with the second unit mostly in there. So I was a little nervous when Sabonis got his 4th foul. They had a fairly comfortable lead at the time, but with that much time remaining in the game, I was starting to worry if the Pelicans were going to make a run and perhaps have the lead going into the 4th quarter. Kings wouldn't have any part of that. So it was great.
Yeah, it definitely was. And we mentioned De'Aaron Fox tonight. It's huge to get a win without Fox, as Brian says here in the chat. I don't even remember how many games ago it was, Calvin, where De'Aaron was out, Davion was in, he was struggling, he was not playing well, the Kings were losing basketball games. The last 2 games without De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell stepped up. He's played absolutely huge, and the Kings have got both of those wins. What's the main difference you're seeing in Davion Mitchell and how he's approaching, being part of the starting lineup?
I think it's playing time. It's just easier to get into a rhythm when you're getting more extended minutes. Also when you have to play in place of a guy like De'Aaron Fox, who's the leading scorer on this team, you're going to be required to look for your offense a little bit more because the Kings are missing so much, right? So we see him be more aggressive, looking for his shot early on. He knocked down his first one, might have knocked down his first 2 or 3 today. I can't remember exactly, but that gives you the confidence that you need for the rest of the game. When he plays in the second unit, subbing in for De'Aaron Fox, oftentimes he's not really out there looking to score. They're asking him to play defense. Malik Monk has been the primary ball handler a lot in the second unit as well. So it's just a totally different role that he is playing on games like tonight. And you saw this last year when he started and played extended minutes as well. He averaged like 19 points per game in those games down the stretch. So I think it's just extended minutes giving him more confidence.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also feel like Davion, when he starts out making shots, he like builds his confidence versus I felt like there were a lot of moments in games early on in the season where he misses a couple shots early and then he just is like, okay, I'm not shooting the ball anymore. I'm just going to do other things. I'm just going to play defense. I'm just going to set up my opponents, stuff like that. And I think, as he matures, as he gets older, as he gets more playing time, he's starting to realize like, okay, my shot's not falling. I can get other guys involved, but I still need to take shots to put pressure on the defense. Otherwise, I get taken out of the offense. It makes it easier on the team defending us, and it makes it harder on all my teammates. So I've noticed he's been a lot more aggressive early, but when he does make shots, he's a completely different offensive player in my mind.
Absolutely. He's a great isolation player, too. His ability to create space, create shots for himself, beat people off the dribble. He has a beautiful step-back move. The Kings don't run a lot of isolation sets, period. So he's not going to get a lot of those opportunities, which might be the best ones for him in some cases.
Yeah.
So.
Any thoughts on the De'Aaron Fox hamstring?
I hope it heals up soon. As we've seen from a lot of people this season, Zion Williamson, Devin Booker, hamstrings can be very tricky injuries that even though it's not a severe injury at the moment, rest is really the best thing, and it can become very serious very quickly. So I hope for sure that it heals up quick here because they survived they thrived really without him tonight. Yeah. But they're going into a very difficult 3-game stretch here.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So they're going to need him back sooner than later.
But I feel like it's almost like tonight was a positive in multiple different ways, right? Obviously, the Kings win the game, which is absolutely huge, right? But also the fact that De'Aaron Fox is getting a little bit of rest, which is good for him, and you're giving more minutes to Davion, which you're going to need Davion in the future. You're going to need him in the playoffs to be in a rhythm, to be playing right. So it's almost like they killed 3 birds with 1 stone tonight. The Kings win, Fox gets a little bit of rest, and Davion gets some extended playing time.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, and I'm looking for him to be one of the huge contributors for the Kings this year in the playoffs. So he definitely needs to get a good rhythm. I do remember
Shout out to Chuck Hayes.
Jay, what were your thoughts on Chuck Hayes? I am curious. As far as the starters go, we constantly praise Sabonis. The last podcast, we didn't even talk about him for like an hour in. So let's start out with him tonight. Domas Sabonis, I said the 8th triple-double of the season for him. Only 11 rebounds tonight, which I say only because we're used to this guy getting like mid-double figures. What is Domas doing out there? And I guess I could say the only thing I could knock him tonight for is picking up the fouls, which we've talked about multiple times. When he gets in foul trouble, it can definitely hurt the Kings. But he stayed aggressive out there tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 turnovers isn't great either, but when you take into account all the dimes that he was dropping, some really difficult passes that he makes look so easy, I think you'll take that, on most nights if he's going to record a triple-double with 11 assists.
You kidding me?
I loved the game plan for how the Kings were attacking this defense. There's a lot of length, good perimeter defenders, hard to get open spaces, hard to get dribble penetration on the wing. So the Kings ran some really great sets where they opened the floor up. They got Sabonis the ball at the top, and they let him go basically one-on-one against Valanciunas. He beat him off the dribble over and over and over again in that first half. And I think that helped kind of create some open shots on the outside for guys. And they were also, of course, getting tons of backdoor cuts, which Sabonis was finding every single time. So he was fantastic tonight, as he always is. I mean, this, again, it becomes kind of commonplace and a little boring because it's just you expect this from him. But I did like the aggressiveness from him early on, trying to take the ball to the rim on Valanciunas, because that's an advantage that he had in this game. Jonas is a huge dude who can protect the rim, with his length, but he can't stay with Sabonis when he's driving the ball from the perimeter.
And he was questionable tonight for the game too, so we weren't even sure if he was going to be available. Jonas, I mean, so definitely good to be aggressive and go at him. Sabonis was deep in his bag tonight, like the fries were on the bottom, according to Mark Jones. Another great quote. Travis Outlaw, Marcus Thornton. Man, I loved me some Marcus Thornton. He was exciting to watch. And the Chuck Hayes thing, right? Like the size. The craziest thing was he was back up to Yao Ming in Houston. Talk about a different look, right? You go from like Yao Ming to like the shortest backup center in the NBA, and you're like, okay, how do we make this work? Definitely an interesting squad to watch. Calvin, I definitely want to go over the rest of the starters tonight, but I think I want to dive into your keys first. Because normally the keys kind of get lost, and then you and I are searching for the keys. Like, have you seen my keys anywhere? I thought I left them here. Let's get to the keys early tonight.
Let's do it. Well, number 1 was play with passion. I mean, not only did the Kings get beat down in New Orleans the last time they were there without a bunch of starting members of the Pelicans, they lost by 32. Trey Murphy went off, and everybody went off for New Orleans. So this was definitely a get-back game. But when you take into account the defensive effort from the other night against Minnesota as well, they definitely needed to come out and turn things up right from the beginning, and I felt like they did a very good job of that. Talked about it all season long. This is why Mike Brown is the leading candidate for Coach of the Year. The way he gets a young team to respond time after time, whether it's a blowout loss or a really disappointing defensive performance, they always respond both from game to game and within the game.
Exactly.
Malik Monk gets pulled early in this game. I wasn't even sure if he was going to play again. It didn't seem like it. He only logs 12 minutes, but he comes back in the second half, plays much, much better, ends up with 11 points. That's a testament to the coaching staff and how in tune they are with these guys. Absolutely.
Oh, we even saw him coaching up Keegan Murray in the middle of a timeout. He comes out on the court like, this is what you did. This is what I need you to do. And it's just been great, like you said, mid-game and in between game. Great adjustments.
Absolutely. Number 2 was take advantage of the home court advantage. The Pelicans have not been a good road team this season. They're now 12 games below 500 on the road. The crowd was definitely into it from the beginning today, so they rode that wave.
This is how they shot in the third quarter.
Let it rain.
Let it rain. Bam! On the backboard. And then number 3 was ball movement. Doesn't get any better than 39 assists. I don't know if that's a season high, but it probably is damn near close. 39 assists, 11 turnovers. Everyone was sharing it. You've got 11 assists from Sabonis, 6 from Davion Mitchell, 8 from Kevin Huerter. It was a total team effort from top to bottom. It was really, really great to watch.
Yeah, definitely huge. And I think you hit on all those keys tonight, and the Kings hit on those keys too, which was really, really important. Shout out to Tanvir for joining in on the chat. Tanvir, good to see you. Calvin, they're bringing up some good points here. They want to fire the laser. What does it take to fire the laser tonight?
Well, we're at 32 right now, so I was a little easy on you guys last time. Let's go 50 this time.
50 what?
50 likes.
50 likes, not 50 cent. 50 likes, and we light the beam tonight. So please, guys, smash up that like button. I want to see the beam lit, dude. It's beautiful. It's
Of course. Who
purple.
doesn't want to see the beam
It's-
lit?
I
If you
mean-
want to see the beam lit, hit the like button.
Hit the like button. 50 likes, and we light the beam tonight. Okay, let's jump back here into a couple players. I mean, Harrison Barnes, 31 minutes of action, 14 points for him, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Like to see that rebound number a little bit higher, but I'm always happy after a Kings win. Harrison Barnes has continued to play well. I mean, this whole team is playing well right now, which is good because, you know, we've talked about multiple players that have gone through shooting slumps, or whatever else is going on. I'm talking about Keegan, talking about Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, even De'Aaron Fox went through some stuff like that. Malik Monk went through some huge shooting slumps during this year, and the Kings were able to actually win some basketball games during those shooting slumps. Now, yes, De'Aaron Fox was out tonight, but we're seeing a ton of role players shoot the ball well, play exceptionally well. It just makes this Kings team a very, very scary and dangerous team when they are healthy and when they're all playing like they should be. So give me your thoughts on HB tonight.
HB was, again, really solid. I mean, didn't shoot that well overall. Still 3 of 4 at the free throw line. First technical foul since his rookie season.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. Oh, he was fired up on that.
And he got the ball on the very next possession and took
Yeah.
it straight to the basket and got to the foul line.
All
An
he said
aggressive
was-
Harrison Barnes is a great Harrison Barnes.
All he said was, "Where's the and one?"
Yeah. Yeah, pretty quick whistle there. I'm not so sure what that was,
worthy of a
all
technical
about.
foul?
Not in my book.
I mean,
but
Draymond Green's beating up his teammates in practice, no punishments, and Harrison Barnes says, "Where's the and one?"
well, it just goes to show you don't want to piss off Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bouncer, I wanna light the laser. We're almost there. And we'll light the laser tonight. We'll light the beam. But yeah, I mean, HB, it's wild seeing him get riled up like that.
It is.
It really is. Do you think that maybe changed the course of the game for him? Like, because we've seen guys get pissed off mid-game and, like, they just go off for the rest of the game. I don't want to say he went off tonight because the Kings didn't really need that. But does that, when a teammate of yours gets a technical, does that send a message to the refs? Does that send a message to your teammates? Does that fire up the people around you? Like, what are your thoughts there?
I think it can. I mean, when guys like Luka and Draymond Green get technicals, it happens so often, I don't think anybody thinks anything of it on the court, right?
Yeah,
but
that's
when
true.
somebody like Harrison Barnes gets a technical,
Yep.
that's a totally different story.
Yep.
I mean, they don't call him, they call him the congressman, right? Or they called him that in Golden State when he was there or something like that. So when he gets a technical foul, it's a serious deal. I think it definitely fires up the rest of the team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We need a better nickname for Harrison Barnes, dude. I like the Barn. The Barn, I think, is a pretty good nickname.
The barn.
Nothing gets inside the barn. We lock the doors.
A lot of people don't lock doors on a barn, though.
Yeah, that's true, right? What do they say? Would you grow up in a barn?
Yeah, because the door's open.
Yeah, maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know. Maybe doors open.
The Black
for the playoffs.
Falcon is nice and all. I just don't understand where that nickname came from. Although I will say, and shout out to my guy Will Z Stats, if you want to sound smart talking about basketball, just look at his page on Twitter. Just read all the stuff that he posts because it's amazing. He did make a point today. Harrison Barnes is on pace to have the most dunks in a season since his best years of his career statistically when he was in Dallas. He had like 46 dunks, I think it was, his last season in Dallas, and he is on pace to either get or eclipse that this season. So maybe the Black Falcon does make more sense now because he's high-flying and everything. But I have noticed he's way more aggressive taking it to the rim this season than in years past.
I didn't know Falcons dunked basketballs a lot.
No, but they fly through the air, so,
Yeah, like a barn.
Like
when there's
like
a
a
storm,
falcon.
when there's a tornado, the barn is in the air. I want to sound smart, so I'll read some of these Will Z stats. Shout out to Will Z. Davion Mitchell in the last 7 games since the All-Star break, 7 points, 3.3 assists, and 0.6 turnovers per game, shooting 62.5% from the field and 50% from beyond the arc with a 9.4 net rating. Dude is absolutely balling. These stats are too smart for me, dude. I can't read any more of these stats. But shout out to Will Z on awesome page
Dude
to
does
follow
great
on
work.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Awesome page to follow on Twitter. Let's talk about Keegan. Ofer last game. Got benched early. Played, I think, 20 minutes in that game. 37 minutes of action tonight. 5 of 12 from the field. Didn't shoot well from three-point range. I mean, 2 for 8. But 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Like I said, we saw Mike Brown out there coaching him up mid-timeout. I mean, I really love Keegan Murray, and I'm happy with where he's at. I'm happy with where the team's at. But I feel like a lot of fans want more from him, and I don't know if that's exactly fair to request more, because the dude has been absolutely incredible for this team, right? He's learning on the fly. He's so young. But I mean, if you're a coaching staff, do you want more from him? Do you feel like he's capable of giving more to help elevate this team to another level? Because, I mean, I feel like Keegan Murray should be able to get 20 points a night. And that is a lot to ask of a guy in his rookie season. But he's just been shooting the ball so well, especially from that corner 3 spot. And he's showing us more and more every single game. So maybe not just points-wise, but is there anything that you think he can do more to help this basketball team?
Oh, absolutely. It's what Mike Brown has been challenging him to do, for most of the second half of the season. Just as he's gotten more comfortable, definitely, getting adjusted to the game, going from college to the pros. You have to catch up with the speed. You have to catch up with the size, the physicality, all of that stuff. So the things that he has been improving on over the course of the season are definitely the things that they're asking him to do more of. Rebounding, defensive effort. First, it was off ball, knowing where to be on the help side defense, stepping in, taking charges. Now they're putting him on the other team's best player on almost every night.
Yeah,
today he was on Brandon Ingram for a lot. He was on Paul George a bunch in the last week. They're giving him that assignment, and he's taking it, in spades. He's responding to it fantastically. The creating more, putting the ball on the floor more, running out on the break with the ball, starting the break. He had the beautiful step back crossover dribble today. We've seen him with the snake behind the back dribble, the mid-range game. It's all coming. You don't want to put this guy, because of the situation that he's in, which is really fortunate for him compared to these other rookies that we've talked about.
Yep.
He's not playing on a bad team. So I don't think it would be productive to just continue to give him the ball and say, we want you to score more, we want you to score more. First of all, there's a ton of options on this team when it comes to scoring.
There are a lot of options.
So other than De'Aaron Fox, who can take over a game by himself and often does in the fourth quarter, there's really nobody on this team that you want to just continuously feed the ball to over and over and over again and say, get us a bucket, get us a bucket, get us a bucket, unless it's a within the offense, good pass that leads to an open shot. If the team chooses to leave Kevin Huerter wide open from 3 on 6 straight possessions, then so be it. Give it to him and let him shoot. But this team is very well balanced. The offense that they run is very well balanced. It relies a lot on touches, passes, multiple passes to create the best shot, backdoor cuts, all of that stuff, movement without the ball. So I think that the way that the Kings are bringing along Keegan Murray in his rookie year could not be any better. And they're going to be, it's going to pay off for them in year 2, 3, 4 because of the experience he's gotten on a good team, the new things that they're throwing at him. He's able to handle more and more as the season goes on. And the confidence is going to build in him, which is going to result, hopefully, in 2 or 3 years from now, all of a sudden he is a 20-point-per-game scorer, a really, really fantastic defender, and maybe even an all-star, something like that.
Is that what your buddy Jordy told you to say?
Not word for word. I didn't want to take too much away from him. He said a lot of it in Spanish tonight.
Okay,
so.
Okay, nice. Good thing to know that you're bilingual. Or trilingual. I don't even know. But shout out to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray. The one thing I want to see from him is another nickname, Calvin. I mean, I like Threegan. I like Slim Duncan. But I'd like to see another nickname for Keegan Murray. So if you guys got a good nickname for Keegan Murray, let me know in the chat. Shout out to Jeremiah. Good to see Jeremiah here. Derek is here. Brian. Brian's got an interesting point here, Calvin. I want to hear your thoughts on this. This is a hot take. Kessler is even better. Kessler Edwards is even better than Davion with that freakish wingspan and only scored 4 points when Kessler was guarding him. Hot take, Calvin. Is Kessler Edwards better than Davion Mitchell?
Brian, I say this with all due respect. I think that's a bit of an overreaction. I'm not saying that Kessler Edwards can't be a good defender, but it was one game. Davion does have a lot more body of work to go off of, like Sass points out. Also, comparing the defense on Anthony Edwards, I don't like either because Davion is a much smaller guard, even though he is capable of playing bigger defenders. I love Davion as an on-ball defender. And again, that doesn't mean Kessler Edwards can't be good. But if you do look at some of those shots that that Anthony Edwards took while Edwards was on him, end of the shot clock, not a lot of ball movement, didn't even try to drive on him. He just puts up a three. We're not trying to take anything away from him. Maybe Kessler Edwards should play more, but I do think that at this point, I've got a little bit more faith because I've seen it more from Davion. That's all.
I see a couple awesome nicknames in here. Mr. Steady for Keegan Murray or No Hurry Murray. You like any of those?
I like No Hurry Murray. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't ever seem to be in a hurry, which is a good thing in my opinion. He doesn't ever seem to be rushed. The moment doesn't seem to be too big for him. So shout out to No Hurry Murray. I like that a lot. Pika House, we're here. Shout out to Roger, Ryan, Joe. Guys, smash up that like button. 50 likes tonight, and we are going to light the effing beam. Logan says he's better than Kawhi Leonard. Wow, these Kings fans love some Kessler Edwards, Calvin.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like it. He's much better than Kawhi. Kawhi's not even available right now, so hey. Shout out to Kessler Edwards, the new Kawhi Leonard. Keegan Murray could be that guy too. Alfie Man's drinking margaritas, watermelon margaritas at the game tonight.
At the game? They're serving watermelon margaritas?
Wow.
Man, we got to get to a game, dude.
Very cool. I am a big connoisseur of the margaritas. I love them. And tacos, too. They are delicious. I want to just give another shout-out to Callum here in the house. Jay is here also. Jose is here. All my royal family members. You can see them here in green. It looks great on them. If you want to join the royal family, click the link down below in the description of the video, or you can go to the main page of this YouTube channel and hit join. There's 2 different tiers to be a monthly subscriber or a monthly member for the channel, and it unlocks a lot of different benefits. So appreciate all your support. Become a member. Become a member. All right, Calvin, let's talk about the Red Ranger, Kevin Huerter. 9 of 16. I like that number, 9-1-6.
Oh, yeah,
9 of 16 from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range, 25 big points. Leads all scorers tonight. And Calvin, he was 4 for 4 in the beginning of this game. A lot of those were tough threes, too.
They were.
But he's like, I used to think that Kevin Huerter was just like a catch-and-shoot guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen multiple times this year where he's like, I'm not just a catch-and-shoot guy. I can get my own shot. We saw the step back tonight. We saw that step to the side. I mean, Kevin Huerter, he's amazing. He is amazing.
He played great. Plus 20, if you like the plus-minus, plus 27 tonight.
Oh, shit. Calvin is quoting the plus-minus.
I mean, it stands out, right, when you see that number. That's a big deal. For a guy that plays 37 minutes to be a plus 27, that means you played a really, really solid game. And you were affecting the game on both ends of the floor. He was all over the place, a lot of deflections, a couple of steals, a block.
A lot of deflections.
And the assists, absolutely. But 8 assists tonight. I thought that he did a really good job of taking what the game gave him, right? It's one of the oldest adages in the book when it comes to basketball. He was aggressive looking for his 3 early in the second half. I think the Pelicans definitely had a conversation in the locker room saying we need to shut down Kevin Huerter or limit his opportunities from deep.
Yeah.
So they were much more aggressive with him coming off the screens. And what did they do? They ran a little pick and roll, and he found Sabonis time after time rolling to the basket. It was really, really nice to watch.
Kevin hurt him tonight. He really did.
Logan, I agree that I don't like the plus minus, which is why Barry made a comment that I am quoting it. It does stand out when you look at it, though. There are some things that you can take away from it, even though I don't like it as a stat.
Calvin's
overall.
a big plus minus guy. Mr. Plus Minus is what we call him here in Maui. Mr. Plus Minus.
That's what you call me?
Yeah.
Interesting. Never heard that before.
You want to give everybody an update on how your basketball career has been going?
Well, it hasn't officially started yet. The game's on Wednesday.
Okay.
But
well, you had a practice.
We didn't have a practice. I went to go play at an open gym.
Okay. How'd you do? How many dunks?
I had 0 dunks.
Okay. Nice.
I did win 9 out of 10 games, though.
Okay. How you feeling?
Played a lot.
How you feeling?
I'm a little sore.
Okay. I mean, is the jumper wet?
It was in the beginning, and then when I lost my legs,
tired?
it was not anymore. But that's okay. I'm getting back into shape slowly. So, and Brian, yes, I agree with you. I said that multiple times that maybe he does need to play more. But given what you've seen right now, I don't see how you can say that Kessler Edwards is a much better overall player or defender than Davion Mitchell is. Like, that's all. If he turns into that, that's great. But don't. My point is, I don't want to take away what Davion is great at and does every night.
Yeah, only 6 likes away from lighting the beam. Calvin, what was your plus minus on Sunday?
It was probably high. We won most games by double digits. I got lucky and ended up on one of the better teams there, so we kind of ran the court.
Jay says, should I dye my beard purple for the playoff push or shave it off?
Well, if I got to shave my head, you got to shave yours.
I say dye it.
Shave your beard.
Dye it. If you don't like it, you can shave it. But once it's shaved, you can't dye it. Right?
That's true.
I like it, Jay.
You could paint your face purple.
Send us a picture. Oh yeah, he could shave it all off, and then he could do like that purple chin strap, little paint on beard. I like a purple beard. I think that would be pretty effing cool. Pretty cool. Logan says, we better sign Trey Lyles. Dude is so steady. I think that's perfect time to talk about the bench tonight. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on Trey Lyles in remaining with the Kings? Perfect backup for Sabonis? He was great
tonight. I don't know if he's a perfect backup for Sabonis. I think that he fits very, very well onto this team, and they definitely should try to re-sign him. That will be a very important piece of the offseason.
Yes, it will. Oh, why are you guys trying to get me to do stuff? Hold up. I'm just looking here at the salary cap. Trey Lyles is making $2.6 million this year. He's currently 27, and he will be a free agent at the end of the year. I mean, the way he's playing, he's going to get a pretty decent-sized contract. What do you think it would cost to retain a guy like Trey Lyles?
That's a tough question to answer. I mean, the market for NBA contracts overall, continues to grow and grow. So he's definitely playing like he deserves, north of $10 million right now.
That's how I feel too.
I don't know what it's going to cost. It'll be interesting to see. But
I'm thinking it's going to be something like 3 years, $36 million or something like that. I mean, hopefully you could do that last year as maybe a team option or something like that, so you're a little bit more in control. But I feel like one of the benefits, and it's funny, right, because over the past 15 years, we're all like, nobody wants to sign in Sacramento. Sacramento's got to overpay to get everybody, blah, blah, blah. They don't get any big-name free agents, all this stuff. I think that a lot of people want to play in Sacramento now. I think they like the coaching staff. I think they like their teammates. And this is a team that took a chance on a lot of these guys, right? Like Trey Lyles was not this like guy that everyone was trying to go after and acquire him. The Kings, they like found this guy, and I don't want to give them credit for finding him, but they just identified a guy where they were like, this guy is underutilized where he is. I think he was, Detroit? I think a lot of guys are underutilized in Detroit. But they're like, he would fit this team, and we believe in him, right? They take the chance. They trade on him. They play minutes. They give him the opportunity. maybe that pays off in Trey Lyles saying, I want to stay in Sacramento. Maybe I'm willing to take a little bit less, or I just want to be paid fair value to remain in Sacramento. Even if some other team is offering me $15 million a year, I like where we're building here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got some comments in the chat here, I think, that are really pertinent as well. The Kings, as an organization, are now entering a position that they haven't been in for a very long time. It is more of an attractive place to play if you look around. We just heard Anthony Edwards the other day say Sacramento is his favorite place to play in because of the fan base here.
Wild.
I mean, they have all of that stuff going for them. And Mike Loop makes a good point here. Could Vivek possibly be willing to pay the luxury tax going into next season or the year after that because he sees that the Kings are improving and there's proof to think that they might be able to make a run in the playoffs in a couple of years? I don't know. So only time will tell. I don't think that will be next season if I had to make a prediction.
Yep.
But the point is that they now have more options on the table than they've had in a very, very long time.
Yeah, that's a great point. And, I mean, if you're Vivek, why not? Why not go over the salary cap? This is your one opportunity. He's owned this team for, what, 6 years now? 6 seasons?
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that?
I don't know exactly.
And this is the first time where you've actually, I mean, you could talk about the Jaeger year where the team was on a pretty good roll and then it all kind of fell apart there. But I mean, this is a really good basketball team. You are almost in the second seed in the Western Conference right now. The chemistry is here. Like, there's no negativity going around this team whatsoever. There's nobody having off the court issues. There's no drama. There's nobody calling out the media or calling out their players or anything like that. It just seems like everybody is happy, and this is like a cohesive team. It's not a bunch of players. It's team now.
Yep.
So he's there. He's courtside at every single home game.
Yeah.
This good dude's the biggest fan, and no one even talks about him anymore because the Kings are doing good, right? They only talk about it when the Kings are doing
yeah,
bad.
because he finally stopped messing with things, and now he's just sitting back and watching.
So the guys that you've entrusted, if they tell you to open up the pocketbook, you open up the effing pocketbook. And I think that's exactly.
And speaking of courtside, shout out to Hassan Minhaj.
Yeah.
Fellow Davis High alumni, just like the two of us.
Davisite
at the game tonight.
Blue Devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loves his Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. It's funny because my mom was texting me. Hold on, let me bring this mom text up real quick. She was texting me a couple days ago, and she said, Hassan Minhaj is trash-talking the NBA while hosting The Daily Show. And I said, because they're still sleeping on the Kings. And she says, I hope Hassan becomes permanent host. He is so funny. So
he's a very funny guy.
She's a big Hassan Minhaj fan. Why do you think he was talking smack about the NBA?
Well, he wasn't. He had this great bit. Did you see any of it?
I did not.
Oh, okay. It was all over social media.
Okay.
He had Giannis on.
Okay.
Because, you know,
Who's Giannis on?
He had Giannis on the show. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he played in the celebrity game at the All-Star weekend this year, right? So he was hanging out with those guys. He brought Giannis Antetokounmpo onto the show. And he wrote this bit because Giannis is known as like this really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
So he wrote this bit where Giannis was going to trash talk a bunch of other players in the NBA. And so he had a script of things to say, and it was about LeBron and KD and all this stuff. And by the end of it, Giannis couldn't even do it. He just broke down and started giving compliments out to LeBron and all this stuff. Okay. But he did say, the funny one is he wrote this for KD saying, KD, why don't you come work out with me in the offseason and I'll teach you how to carry a team. Or something like that. It was really, really funny.
I got to rewatch that.
And people were giving Giannis so much hate for it, too.
Really?
Like Skip Bayless and all these guys. I fucking hate Skip Bayless.
Skip is a hater, bro.
Fucking hate that guy. Anyway, enough with that. We need 2 likes to light the beam.
He's calling it out here. 2 likes.
2 likes.
2 likes. Calvin, I'm just looking here at the salary cap situation. I mean, Harrison Barnes is a free agent at the end of the year. Terrence Davis is a free agent. Alex Len, Trey Lyles, Chemezi, and Dellavedova, all free agents at the end of the year. If you could only have 2 of those guys returning to the squad, who would it be?
Harrison Barnes and Trey Lyles. That's an easy one.
Easy one?
Oh, yeah.
No Terrence Davis, no Chemezi Metu?
If I can only have 2 of them, those are absolutely the first 2 that I'm picking.
Okay. No Alex Len?
No, thank you.
You're not a Len Sanity fan?
I am not.
Okay. What if you had to pick between TD and Chemezi?
Probably Terrence Davis. I like Metu.
Okay.
But I think it's time for them to maybe look for something else out there when it comes to the backup 5.
I really like Chemezi, dude. He
I
was playing
like him too.
so well tonight.
And he did very well today.
When he just plays within himself, he is so good, dude. He is so good. He looked like Pascal Siakam tonight. You see that spin move?
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
You see that spin
It was
move
a beautiful
tonight?
move, yeah.
That was
Great
a
move.
Siakam spin.
Great move.
Yeah. I'm going to have to call him Chemezi. No, that's a stupid one. But anyways, I like Metu. I hope he returns. I hope all these guys return. I mean, maybe not Alex Len.
I agree. I think he has slowly improved. I think that they did a great job. We've said this before. They did a good job this year of forcing him to play within the structure that they want to play, right? You don't see he doesn't jack up 3 to 4 threes a game anymore. They're asking him to do very specific tasks and play a very specific role on the team, and I think that has worked. I do think overall, though, if you're looking at improving the roster and making decisions about who to resign and not, there's definitely going to be some better options out there.
Sass says no more Metu.
Well, I mean, I kind of just said I agree with that.
Yeah,
So
you guys are tripping. Metu is the heart and soul of this team, Calvin.
the heart and soul of the team?
Yeah.
Wow. That's very high
Chemezi
praise.
Metu, dude. You don't see him lighting the beam?
I see a lot of guys lighting the beam.
All right. Well, I mean, we just
They've done it 38 times.
We just skyrocketed
This year.
past 57.
Fire the laser.
I mean, you don't want to see Chemezi Metu. And he's the one firing the laser.
You're being a little harsh on me now.
All right, here we go.
Fire the laser!
Bam. Look at Chemezi lighting that beam. Look at that thing into the sky. Wow. The Pelicans wish they had a beam. They wish they had a better team.
More like the Pelicans.
I was waiting for you to say that. That's for sure. But shout out to Chemezi Metu and shout out to Alex Len. If Alex Len's a member of the Royal family, then maybe he should be re-signed, in my opinion. All Royal family members are welcome to remain on the team. That's for sure. But Calvin, I mean, back to the game tonight. Did the Pelicans have the worst name in the NBA?
Yes, they do.
Worst mascot?
Until Thursday.
Worst mascot?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Pelican?
Are you afraid of a pelican?
Are you? Are you going to make any pelican noises on the show tonight?
No. No, I'm not. I'm lighting the beam, Calvin. I'm lighting the effing beam. Also want to remind you all, it is Merch Monday, so if you like any of the fresh apparel you see here on the screen, you can check out RoyalRebounds.com, 15% off every single Monday using the coupon code Merch Monday. Check out that Royal Rebounds tee. You are going to love it. Light the effing beam. And the Light the Beam tee is also nice as well. All right, Calvin, let's transition here into the bench. We talked a little bit about Lyles, Metu. I mean, tonight wasn't a huge performance by the bench. But, I mean, we got some points. I mean, what is it, 25, 34, 37 points tonight for the bench? That's not bad at all.
That is definitely not bad, especially if all 5 of your starters are going to be in double figures.
Yeah.
Definitely not bad. And they played going to that zone, which hasn't always worked well for them, but it did work tonight in that third quarter, which was played mostly by that second unit.
Adam says there's nothing worse than the Hornets.
Yeah, I don't have anything
Here's the
wrong
thing.
with the Hornets.
People are afraid of Hornets.
Yeah.
Who's afraid of a Pelican?
Well, Pelicans are much bigger than Hornets. Yeah, they probably could do some damage if they wanted to.
And they're really good at basketball.
You know, people are afraid of swans.
Yeah, I mean, no team is named the Swans.
Exactly,
Calvin.
that's my point.
That's the Pelicans.
So we start calling them the swans.
A pelican
now?
is a swan with a big mouth, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Worst team name in the NBA. DJ says Monk with too many turnovers tonight.
He's definitely had more than 2 turnovers in games before. I totally agree.
Too many.
They were, yeah. Well, he's had a lot more than
too
2.
many?
Yeah. I agree that those 2 passes, which were, I think, on back-to-back possessions, were horrible passes. And he was, yanked out of the game right after that. But
Dennis is afraid of pelicans. He says, I've seen a pelican eat a whole seagull before.
wow. Animal Planet.
Good thing there's no team called the Seagulls, because the Pelicans would probably be able to beat that team all the time. Oh, they steal your bait, Joe? Yeah, I've never fished around a pelican. Interesting. Looks like the bouncer wants to hear the Island Boys. What do you think? Are you ready for the Island Boys?
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
And Jay, drop your Instagram handle in the chat here so I can follow you.
The Kings won, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. The Sacramento Kings, oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. Fox is so fast. Sabanas is so strong, yeah. Coach Mike is so smart, yeah. They are the playoff bound, yeah.
Yo, I think we are going to bring Nick up next. Nick, what is up?
What is up? Why not light the beam? Fire the laser!
Why not like the beam? What's up, Nick?
Fire the laser!
Fire the laser.
Fire the laser!
My
hey,
laser's
why
better,
not
Nick.
light the beam? No. Hey, I did not eat pizza tonight.
Oh, no pizza today, huh?
Okay.
No pizza today.
All right.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, but, I was at my doctor's office today, and, I kind of, Dr. Lane was telling me, we gotta lose weight, and it was kind of hard for me. It's hard that I had to understand what he was saying to me, that he was getting the point to me that I could possibly get diabetes if I don't stop eating what I'm eating.
Uh-oh.
no.
It's hard, but he was telling me, soda's just bad for you.
So, Nick, are you saying you're out of the pizza eating contest?
I think my doctor was saying, he was very clear to me that I cannot be drinking sodas and eating the way I'm eating.
Man, that's unfortunate. I was really looking forward to seeing you eat 102 pizzas.
Yeah, that's probably what did it, Nick.
Yeah, it's just I weigh 298 pounds and almost 300. And my doctor said the older I get, then the order's going to get on me instead of the problem.
Well, I'm glad you're being proactive about it now, right? And you're going to the doctor and getting advice before it becomes a problem.
It can get me because I can't eat what I'm eating. Eating is not a good idea to eat what I'm doing. And you know what? Going to these restaurants and eating fattening food, eating pizza every day, it's not good. And and it can affect the heart too. And I need to drink water better.
So should we have an apple eating contest instead or something?
I don't know.
We could
maybe,
bob for apples.
Maybe banana.
Bananas. Oh, okay. That's
You don't
not a
want to
bad
get
idea.
potassium poisoning.
No, bananas are better. It burns fat.
So, Nick, what bananas burn fat?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your new diet looking like?
I'm going to have to lose the weight. I know it's hard, very difficult. And my doctor was like saying I just getting to the point where I can't eat with the way I'm eating right now.
Do you drink a lot of soda?
I do.
Oh, that's the thing right there. Don't blame it on pizza,
soda
Nick.
is a
It's soda, dude.
Soda's a killer.
It's soda, and soda can make you. It can get you. the food, the fattening food can get you too. You know.
Do you drink a lot of beer, Nick?
I pretty much do. Yeah, no, I don't. I drink soda.
Just soda.
Soda, but no beer.
Nope.
Okay. Maybe you should ask your doctor if switching to beer would be healthier for you.
I don't think so.
Well, Nick, on the bright side, this might turn you into just a lethal basketball player. Like,
Yep.
we've seen so many guys. Chris Paul went vegan, all this stuff.
Yep.
Keeps them in shape longer. I mean, look out for the basketball world. I think you're going to be a lot better after this.
Yeah.
Carrots are good too, Nick. You like carrots?
Yeah, light the beam.
Okay. You want to talk about the game tonight? All right. Were you at the
Yeah,
game?
yeah, I was, and you know we got the win. We're 38 wins.
38 wins. Hey, Nick, how many wins do the Grizzlies have?
38.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Are you watching the whole Ja Morant situation?
John Moran, he's done. He's ghetto.
He's ghetto. Okay. When do you think Ja Morant will be back playing basketball again?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, that's a great answer, Nick.
Nick, did you get anything at the team store today?
No, I did not. I did not.
Next time.
Well, Nick, I'm happy that you're actually paying attention to us this time, unlike the last show where you just called in and you ignored us for a little bit.
Yeah.
But we got to get back to the show. Can you give me your thoughts on Thursday's game on TNT against the Knicks?
All right. Well, I just want to say, we played Thursday night, and Thursday's the TNT game.
Who's winning that game, Nick?
The Kings are.
Hell
That's
yes.
right.
That's what I like to hear. You think De'Aaron Fox
Yeah.
will be back on Thursday?
I think he will.
All right, I like to hear that. Give me your score prediction for the game.
I don't know.
I'm
I
asking all
think
the tough questions.
113 99, I believe.
113 to 99.
The Kings continue to play good defense. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, Nick, dude, I'm disappointed to hear you're out of the pizza contest, but I'm happy to hear that you're taking control over your health, which is always a good thing because you know what they say, health is wealth. And hopefully you'll still come and hang out with us in April.
I will.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, man. We'll see you on Thursday.
Sleep beams, Nick.
Alrighty. Sleep beam.
Sleep beams.
Sleep.
Sleep beams. Light the beam. Shout out to Brian. Saw the beam for the first time tonight.
Wow. Shout out to Brian. I think
Brian Thompson, I guess I
Tanvir
should
wants to come up and say something.
clarify.
Let's ask Tanvir how he feels about the Memphis Grizzlies. Tanvir, what is up?
Yo, what's up, Calvin Berry? What's going on, guys?
What's up, Tanvir?
Feeling
How's it going, man?
great, man. Good win without De'Aaron, bro. Handled business, did our thing.
How you
We're
feeling?
right there, right behind Memphis. What
Do you
else?
feel like jumping off a
Feeling great,
building tonight?
man. Yep. Always do.
I love the confidence, man. Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes.
You know
for the
how it
bushes.
is, bro. You know how we roll over here, bro.
Tanvir, what are your thoughts on the Memphis Grizzlies and the whole situation?
That was just crazy as hell what he's doing, man. Insane, man. That's just crazy.
You hear about all the
man.
stories coming out today saying that he maybe brought the gun on the team plane?
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I heard about the other stuff, though.
Because it was a road game in Denver.
Yeah, it gets worse and worse every day.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
all
how
of
they
this stuff is still rumors until,
Yeah.
you know.
I
we
mean, I
find
don't know
out
how
that
they
it's true, but
prove it,
yeah.
but I mean, if I was going to Denver to play a basketball game, I probably wouldn't be like buying a gun there and then leaving it there. I don't know.
Probably not.
Weird situation. How long do you think
Yeah,
he's going to be out for, Tanvir?
Hey, man, I don't know. He needs to get his head right. That's all I got to say, man. You got to get his head in the game, bro. You can't be doing that stuff.
It's really sad, man, because he has so
really
much
sad,
talent.
bro.
And
I really liked Ja, but now, I don't know, man.
If you were his friend, what would you tell him?
Just get his head right and stop posting that kind of stuff on your IG and social media. That should be outside. That shouldn't be inside your, when you post online, those shit, it gets out of hand.
Yeah, the sad thing is, I don't know this for a fact, but the way that he's been acting is it feels like the people that are surrounding him don't really care that much about him, right? They're just there for the ride.
Yeah.
They're friends with the superstar Ja Morant, who's making millions of dollars. And unfortunately, if he does something that messes it up, those people are all probably going to leave because he's not going to have all that stuff anymore, which is the saddest part, because he's the one
100%.
that's going to have to deal with all the consequences, not everybody
100%.
else. So that's really sad. And his bouncer says your kids look up to him too. So it's definitely disappointing. Calvin, did you read the article today about the team meeting that happened before?
I didn't read the article, but I saw the
team
tweet
meeting too.
reporting the meeting. Yeah,
it's like Steven Adams called the meeting to try and get all the teammates to settle down and be a little bit more professional and more prepared.
Yeah,
and then they go out to the club and flash guns on social media.
It's not good. Not a good situation.
It's 100%.
I didn't think that he was going to miss that many games originally. But the more
He may be out
stories
even more,
that
man.
come
Who knows?
out, the more stuff that you hear, it sounds worse every time a new story comes out on him. So he could potentially be missing, more than half of the season. I mean, the rumor is 50 game suspension if he did in fact bring a gun on the plane, right? So it's not good. Not good at all.
100% not good at all.
And I mean, let's say he misses 2 games, right? I don't think this is what's going to happen, but right now all we heard is minimum 2, right? So, let's say he misses 2 games. Did this already screw up the team chemistry so bad to where, they're not going to ride and die for him? They don't have his back if he doesn't care about the team enough that he's doing this bullshit on the side, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's got to mess with team chemistry. Anytime a guy is going to miss games for some personal reason that it doesn't involve, a death in the family or, a reason to step away or an injury. I mean, if he's just out there waving guns around and that's going to make him miss more than half of a season, as a teammate, I don't see how you could really count or rely on that guy.
Especially when he's your best player. It's not like he's a role player.
No, absolutely.
This is the franchise leader.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the guy that you follow into battle. And I mean, dude, I knew about the incident in Indiana. I knew about the issue with the kid at his house. But did you know that there's another investigation about a mall security guard he got in altercation with?
I did not.
I kind of heard about that. What was that about?
I don't know exactly, but I think it had something to do with guns too.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, dude. It is absolutely crazy. To just think about all these things piling together and just snowballing into what it's become, right? And it's okay, well, where was the intervention after 1 incident? Where was the intervention after 2 incidents? 3? This is 4 incidents, and now he's okay, I admit I have a problem dealing with stress. After every single other incident, we just hear a response from them that's no, these people are tripping. I did nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. They're lying or whatever. And then now it's okay, 4th time you fool me, I have a problem dealing with stress.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Wild.
He could lose his kid too, man. You could think about it that way too, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But hey, Tanvir, I don't want to be so negative. I want to talk about Thursday's game, the second nationally televised game for the Kings this season. And guys, I mean, I think that every Kings fan should give themselves a pat on the back for this one.
Hell yeah.
Because this game was not on the schedule as a TNT game. This game was flexed in because of the fans, because of the players, because of this team playing exceptionally well. So, Tanvir, give me your thoughts on Thursday's game on TNT.
On Thursday's game, I think we're going to win, man. No problem at all. I think it will be a good battle. Knicks are good the way they've been playing, but we'll see what happens. I think we pull out a win, 195.
100-95, that's your score prediction?
Yeah.
All right. A defensive battle.
Yeah.
Tanvir, you know the Knicks are on a winning streak, right?
Yeah. 100%. I know they're on a winning streak right now.
How many games have they won in a row?
Was it 9?
9. That's wild.
They haven't lost
That's
since
wild,
they
bro.
traded for Josh Hart.
That's crazy, bro.
That's
Mad
absolutely
respect to them.
incredible.
Mad respect to them.
But hey, we'll be there to give them that L, no problem.
Hey, that just means they're
yeah.
due, right?
Yep, that L's coming.
Kings are undefeated, man, in nationally televised games this year.
That's true, they are.
That's amazing.
1-0.
1-0. It's just that 2.
Well, if you count NBA TV, they're 3-0.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
3-0
that's true.
actually.
I mean, Tanvir, what does it mean to you seeing the Kings on national television? Because a lot of us,
It's exposure, man. It's amazing.
yeah, I
You
mean,
need that
like
kind of exposure so they talk about you.
a lot of us have just been like, you know, like I've been talking smack about ESPN for a couple of years now, right? Whereas like nobody on ESPN
Right.
cares about the Sacramento
Yeah.
Kings. They don't report on the
100%.
Kings. Like even like watching the games, right? They show the highlights from the Kings game. They show the highlights start in the fourth quarter. They show like 4 plays and they're like, oh, Kings win 95 to 75 or whatever, you know? And
Exactly.
now it's like, we all saw what happened in the offseason when one ESPN reporter says Kings are going to the playoffs this year, and everybody gangs up on him
Yeah.
and starts talking
Oh,
smack and all this. He's right. Kings are going to the playoffs this year. ESPN's starting to finally notice. A lot of these basketball heads are finally starting to notice, and we're getting flexed in. Could you see the Kings playing another nationally televised game before the playoffs this year, Tanvir?
I hope so, man. It would really be amazing if we could get another flexed-in game, man. We definitely deserve it the way we've been playing lately.
I mean, Thursday's game is on March 9th. The last game of the season is scheduled for April 9th. So we have just about a month of basketball left in the regular season.
That's
Pretty crazy, Calvin. You and I
That
are
is.
used to being off. You know, halfway through April, we're off for the season. I'm sure a lot of Kings players are used to that too, right? They're putting their toes into sand. We're going to be working extra time this year because the Kings are making the playoffs. Hopefully they go deep. But Tanvir, are you coming to a home game with us in the playoffs?
Hopefully, if it's on a Saturday or a Sunday, because those are the only days I have off. I usually work at night.
I think there's a good chance of there being a playoff game on a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, that would be easier for
I'll
us
definitely
too
roll
because
in
we
one.
could fly in for the weekend.
Yes.
Well, Tanvir, I appreciate you for hanging out tonight, buddy. We'll see you on Thursday.
Hell yeah. See you guys on Thursday.
All
That's
right,
right,
buddy.
go
Light
Kings.
the beam.
Go Kings. Light the beam. Fire the laser.
Fire the laser.
Fire the laser!
Fire the laser. Shout out to Dennis here for the super chat on
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
Dennis, we appreciate you. That's going into the beer fund. All right, Calvin, anything else you want to talk about regarding this game tonight before we move on?
Nope. We're moving on.
We're moving on.
Moving on. Kings played great tonight. Total team win. It was great to watch. But like I said earlier, it's about to get real here. These next 3 games are no joke.
Yeah. The next 3, we got the Knicks in Sacramento. We got the Suns in Phoenix with KD. They've been playing pretty well.
Oh, dude, they look amazing.
And then we got the Milwaukee Bucks in Sacramento as well. So it should be interesting. This is going to be a fun couple games here. And, I mean, like we've been saying all season long, we've gotten to a point where it's like you don't dodge the good teams. You go straight up against the good teams, and it is a test to see if you're ready. Definitely. Calvin, do you think the Kings are ready for these games?
I think they're ready for these games. I mean, they've played competitively against the good teams in this league for, the entire season. They did lose to Milwaukee, I think, by 13 in Milwaukee. They lost to the Knicks by double digits in New York. De'Aaron Fox didn't play in that game, though. Yep. He might not play on Thursday. Who knows? But are they ready? Yeah, they're ready. Will they win all 3, 2 out of 3? That I don't know. But
yeah. Yeah, Larry in the chat here says, where are you guys located? Larry, the Royal Rebounds headquarters is located on the west coast. We are in Maui, Hawaii. That's where the headquarters is, and we will fly into Sacramento for some playoff basketball. That's incredible, dude. I can't even believe I'm saying that, Calvin. We're gonna fly to Sacramento for some playoff basketball.
Yeah,
playoff basketball.
Playoffs.
I know we got that in here. Yeah, we're talking about the playoffs. Brian wants to fire the laser again. Shout out to Brian Thompson for the super chat.
Playoffs? You kidding me?
You kidding me? Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. And hey, Brian, join the Royal Family, man. Hit that join button down below in the description. You look good in green. I think so. Matthew says, you mean playing? No, Matthew.
No,
not
we're talking about the real dance.
We're talking about playoffs, dude. We're going to have a little break while we watch those play-in games. We don't play in the play-in. All right, Calvin, let's talk about Thursday's game against the Knicks. It's on TNT. It's in Sacramento. ESPN has the Knicks favored in this game, 58%. Calvin, give me your keys to the game.
Well, first of all, welcome to the Royal Family, Brian.
Oh, Brian, he's in. Thank you, Brian, for joining the Royal Family.
Yes, shout out. Okay, keys to the game. Look, this is going to be a tough one. There's no doubt about it. These two teams, very, very different in how they play. Style of play. One plays super, super fast. The other is a much more slower half-court isolation team. Knicks are a really, really good defensive team, and they're playing as good, if not better, than anybody in the NBA. They just beat Boston last night in Boston without Jalen Brunson, who's been one of the best players in the NBA this season, to continue the streak. So this is not going to be easy. Number one key to this game, Kings have got to try to get out in transition and get some easy buckets. It's going to be a rough night if they try to score on this half-court set defense every single possession. Fast break points, 16 is the number. The Kings have a really, really good record. I've lost track of what the official record is at this point, but really good record when they score 16 or more fast break points. If they're able to get some deflections, some steals, transition buckets like we saw tonight, that's going to go a long way. Number two is rebound. This is always a huge key for the Kings. It's definitely a key in this game. The Knicks are a great rebounding team. They're third in the NBA overall and fourth in the NBA in offensive rebounds. They really killed the Kings on the glass. In that last meeting in New York, the Kings allowed 15 offensive rebounds. So, they've got a lot of great rebounders, right? Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. They can attack you from a lot of different angles there. So it's going to take a total team effort. And then number three is double Julius Randle, especially if Jalen Brunson's not going to be in this game. I don't know for sure if he will or not, but he has been out with a foot injury. They run a lot of isolation. Julius Randle is a great one-on-one player. The Kings need to double the ball, force him to get it out of his hands, and make other guys beat you.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox needs to be involved in this game. He needs to
that
play
would
in this
definitely
game.
help.
They need him to put pressure on the defense. I mean, you said it in the last game, right? I think it was like the last sequence in the last game where you're like, I need to see De'Aaron Fox getting downhill on these guys. And De'Aaron Fox, I mean, we talk about fast break points. We talk about transition opportunities, stuff like that before the defense gets set. De'Aaron Fox is one of the only guys in the NBA that has the ability to break down a set half-court defense with his speed, right? So he definitely should be available, I hope, to play in this game. Daquan Jeffries is listed as day-to-day. Jalen Brunson is listed as day-to-day for the Knicks, and De'Aaron Fox is still listed as out. So we'll see if they update that in the next couple days because, dude, we do have a couple days off. We got Tuesday. We got Wednesday off. Game is on Thursday. De'Aaron didn't play tonight. He didn't play yesterday. So he's getting a decent amount of time off to rest that hamstring. And they said on the broadcast tonight that it was a little it's not a main injury. It's not a big injury, but they're trying to
he
prevent
wanted to
it
play.
from becoming anything bigger and linger into the playoffs or anything like that. So, I mean, shout out to the medical staff for diagnosing things. And, shout out to the teammates for stepping up. Guys like Davion Mitchell.
And shout out to Mike Brown for saying,
winning.
no, we're keeping you out.
Yeah.
We have much bigger, goals and things to accomplish than just
Playoffs.
winning this game. So,
All right, Calvin. So my question for you is, do the Knicks have the worst team name in the NBA?
yeah, what is a Knickerbocker?
What is a Knickerbocker?
I have no idea.
You don't know what they are?
I should know. My dad is a lifelong Knicks fan, but
Yeah.
I don't actually.
I thought he was a Kings fan.
No, he's not.
Okay.
I mean, he likes watching the Kings, but
Yeah.
he grew up in New York City. He's a Knicks fan.
Yeah. My grandpa's a Knicks fan also because he went to Syracuse and he's from New York. What is a Knickerbocker? Maybe I should ask him. Calvin, who's the Knicks mascot?
That is a better question. I don't know if I've ever seen a mascot at a Knicks game.
What is a Knickerbocker?
They got Madison Square Garden. They don't need a mascot.
The Knickerbocker Hotel.
And yes, Alfie Man, that's right. Big shout out and a big happy birthday to Coach Mike Brown. Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. Oh, yeah, Spike Lee is the mascot.
Oh, so Knickerbockers is a style of pants. That is the worst name in the NBA. Straight up. It says, the term Knickerbockers traces its origin to the Dutch settlers who came to the New World, and especially to what is now
Knickers, yes.
New York.
Yes.
In the 1600s, specifically, it refers to the style of pants the settlers wore, pants that rolled up just below the knee, which became known as the Knickerbockers or the Knickers. That is a stupid team name for a basketball team. They don't even wear pants, Calvin.
They don't. They wear shorts.
I don't even want to read more because it's going to make me. Their team is named after a pair of pants.
Panties, as Jay says.
I thought, oh my God, dude. I thought that the Knicks were actually a pretty decent team name until I looked this up. Knickerbockers, the pants.
So now, do you really think that the Knicks have the worst team name
Yeah.
now? Yeah?
The Knicks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They got the pants, dude. The New York pants. That's what I'm
New
going to
York
start
pants.
calling them, the New York pants. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. I don't know, dude. Fire somebody. Fire somebody. Anyways, Calvin, I think that pretty much wraps up the show tonight. We appreciate everybody for joining in on this wonderful Monday. Remind you all real quick one more time, if you want to pick up any dope merch, check out RoyalRebounds.com. Every Monday we do 15% off. Just use the coupon code Merch Monday. You can pick up your Royal Family shirt like I'm wearing here. You can pick up a Light the Beam shirt like Calvin's wearing.
Chain not included.
The white shirt that was on the screen, or the camo Royal Rebounds hoodie, which is absolutely dope. But thank you guys all for watching. We appreciate you all so much. Please don't forget to smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button. We will see you all on Thursday after the Kings take on the New York Pants. Stupid team name. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Go Kings. That is the stupidest team name I've ever heard. The Pants?